So good evening, students. So today I will discuss coal crops. So what are coal crops? So in general, those vegetables which belong to the Brassicaceae family are termed as are called as coal crops. So now I will see uh, what are the different coal. So if you see the origin and domestication, so generally they are the wild relatives. It may include kales and other non-heading cabbage, sea kale, and it is in wild form. So if you look the central of origin, that is called South Europe and Mediterranean region. And the first domesticated types are annual and non-heading. So all the cultivated types arose as a mutants or selection. Serial numbers, so that is called black mustard. And seeds used to make. Then come to the Brassica oleracea. So Chinese mustard, Brassica NAPA, used as a pothar. Pothar means you can use as a green vegetable. Then Brassica carinata. This is called used for the industrial seed oil. Then edible mustard, that is called Brassica gentiana. Again used as a pothar. You can use for the green vegetable. Then rapeseed, Brassica nipus, used for the culinary seed oil. So जितने भी हम लोग oil use करते हैं, that is called rapeseed. And these are the genetic relationships. So again we will read in genetics, so how they have been originated, like Brassica gentiana, nigra, carinata, oleracea, rapa, napa. So how origin of these plants have been done. So now again cold crop relationships. If you see, this is the Brassicaceae. So Brassicaceae like broccoli, cauliflower, kale, cabbage, etc. How they are interlinked. Now these are the general characters. Cold crops, Brassica, oleracea. So again I told you. So again there are different groups like Aciphala, that is called kale group, like Botrytis, cauliflower, Capitata group, cabbage. So sometimes you may be asked, cabbage belongs to which group? That is called Capitata group. Cauliflower belongs to which group? That is called Botrytis group. So you have to remember this point. Like sprouting broccoli belong to the Italica groups. So these are the different species and their relationship. Now if you see the history and domestication, so again evidence of non-heading forms used in 2500 BC. So these are the description, like kale described by the Theophrastus, that is called father of botany. Then again kohlrabi possibly appeared in around 1 AD. Then broccoli came, then cauliflower first described in 1544 AD. Okay, so these are the history. Then if you see the nutrition, so it has carbohydrate, then fats, then good source of proteins, minerals, vitamin A, vitamin C, and also it is the anti-cancer property because it contains rich in rich antioxidant like ascorbic acid, tocopherols, so just I told you vitamin E, isothiocyanates, flavonoids. So these cold crops contain all kind of minerals and vitamins. Now if you see the toxicity, so again they have some toxic compounds like glucosinolate compounds, isothiocyanates compounds. So and low glycosinate varieties are generally used for the breeding. So now again cold crop relationships. If you see, this is the Brassicaceae. So Brassicaceae like broccoli, cauliflower, kale, cabbage, etc. How they are interlinked. Now these are the general characters. Cold crops, Brassica, oleracea. So again I told you. So again there are different groups like Aciphala, that is called kale group, like Botrytis, cauliflower, capital. So this is the one of the I will discuss later also, ki how uh, hollow stem take place in the broccoli, and this is the important. This is the nothing. This is the deficiency. So this is uh, hollow stem is done or it is occurred due to the lack of boron. So if you use borax or some what you call source of boron, so that hollow stem will be removed. That's why low moisture content in the size is small. Then harvest. So these are all the general characters. So each crop has specific harvest indices. So if you miss it, like in case of cabbage, in case of cauliflower, in case of broccoli, depends upon the how you are going to see, how you are going to wash the curd or head. So based on the proper size, you can harvest it. So again, handling and storage. So handling, again, you have to store in the what you call uh, cool conditions. So generally, storage effective for the, like, ethylene causes the senescence and injury. So you can store at the 32 degree centigrade and 98 to 100% relative humidity. So this is the cabbage. That's why low moisture content is there. That's why. So nursery bed preparation. So I was telling you, like, if you want to grow cauliflower or cabbage or broccoli, so first you have to make the nursery bed. Because first you have to make the nursery, then you have to just sow the seeds, and after that, when seeds will attain at optimum height, then you have to transfer it. So definitely you have to you have to apply the FYM, urea, okay, MOP, and 15 to 25 gram seeds per ropening with 5 centimeter space. So these are the is done. Then cultivation practices like seed rate, generally 1500 to 2000 seedlings per opening. So this is the, again, different cultivation practice. So again, varieties. So again, because now we will get the cauliflower in different season, but different season may you get maybe due to the farmers are growing in the poly houses or control conditions, but still all the crop like cabbage, cauliflower, broccoli, I have three different types of variety, like early variety, mid-season variety, and late variety. So these are different varieties. So based on the situation, based on the, suppose you want to grow the crop late, so you have to pick the late varieties. Then again, this is the, again, physiological disorders. So whatever rising, this generally it is found in the broccoli. So it happens due to the high fertility, particular nitrogen, and high temperature combined to favor very rapid growth. So if you apply high nitrogen and high temperature, so it happens like that. And symptoms, what happens? A small flower buds develop in the cud, creating a fudgy and velvety appearance. So that's why you have to apply the nitrogen and moisture in control. Then Whipple disease. So this is the very common disease in case of cauliflower. So sometimes you may be asked in the examination, what is the Whipple disease and where it is mostly found, and how can you are going to cure? How can you are going to get rid of the Whipple disease? So that's I told you. So this is the happens due to the lack of molybdenum in the soil. So what happens? What is the symptoms? So leaf blades do not develop properly and may be strap-like and severely crinkled. So these are the symptoms of the Whipple disease. So remedies: lime to the soil to the pH 6.5 and use soil applications of low rates of molybdenum where deficiency exists. And so you have to apply molybdenum at the proper amount. Then cabbage. So now you see the cabbage. Again, cabbage we see the major countries: China, India, Europe. So this is the crop, and again here you will get different types of cabbage. Like you can see red cabbage is there. So we have different color appearance, like white, then green, then light green. So maybe red or green or smooth or fresh, hybrid, open pollinator. So there are different types of varieties. Different varieties are available in the. Then uses. So where cabbage are used. So it usually salad, then soups, then pickles. So these are the different. It depends upon the also country. Some country using for the different purposes. And now come to the broccoli. So see, this is the broccoli. Then Whipple disease. So this is the very common disease in case of cauliflower. So sometimes you may be asked in the examination ki, what is the hepatitis disease and where it is mostly found, and how can you are going to cure, how can you are going to get rid of the hepatitis. So again, handling and storage. So handling, again, you have to store in the what you call cool conditions. So generally, so Chinese mustard, basically varieties, green, red varieties. Then compact head. So if a head will be compact, then you have to harvest it. You can see broccoli over mature. So that's why you have to harvest at proper or optimum time. Otherwise, a head will over mature and nobody will like. Now come to the cauliflower. So cauliflower, I think it is mostly liked by the person. People say, I think, use cauliflower for different vegetables and different curry purpose. So again, varieties. So this is the important one. So what is the fruit? So fruit generally we call curd, curd. So always remember this is the curd. So again, you have different variety like white curd, purple curd. So white curd, snowball. So these are the important varieties. So earlier also I told you कि always we have to remember scientific name of the variety or scientific name of the crop and certain varieties and seed rate. So these will be asked. Generally, these are generally asked in the viva or examination. So this is the very important white curd. The important variety is snow curd, snow cap. Again, purple curd, early purple head. So both annuals and biennial varieties are used. You can see this is the again purple curd. Then this is the again cauliflower. So one of the again practices. So this is very important for your examination point of view. That is called blanching. So what is the blanching? So blanching में हम लोग क्या करते हैं कि उसको लीफ जो है ना उसका साइड वाला लीफ है उसको सब कवर कर देते हैं. कवर करने से क्या होगा, डायरेक्ट सनलाइट नहीं आएगा और आपका जो कर्ड है वो फ्रेश दिखेगा. सो जनरली leaves are tied over the curds with corded string and rubber bands. Balancing should begin about 1 week before harvest. Self-balancing variety also exists. So कुछ variety ऐसे हैं जो कि खुद अपना कर्ड को कवर कर लेते हैं. तो इम्पोर्टेंट ये कल्चरल प्रैक्टिसेस है जो कि आपको जानना है. You can see broccoli over mature. So that's why. Now come to the cauliflower. So cauliflower, I think it is mostly liked by the person. People say, I think, use cauliflower for different vegetables and different curry purpose. Then again, you have different variety for different color, like you can see here. Then kohlrabi. You can see again you have different varieties: white tuber, green tuber, purple tuber. So these are the different varieties. Just you have to see. Then you have kale. So kale is also a part of cole crop. So just I told you we have different types of brassica. So kale is green and boiled pother like spinach. So just pother I just told you you can use as a green vegetables and grown only for leaves, non-heading. No heads are there. Ornamental for cabbage is also in form of kale. So I will show you. So this is the kale. That is called. This is the kale red. Then this is the kale ornamental cabbage. So this is the kale. So you might have seen in different gardens at different occasion. These plants are generally planted for the ornamental purpose. These are collards. Then green mustard. So again you have large group of mustard grown as a pothers. This is just for vegetable purpose. You can see this is the purple leaf fed mustard. Then carlock mustard. You can see this is the again purple curd. So good evening, students. Then Chinese cabbage, pak koi type. Then this is the turnip. So you know the very this is Hindi. It is called shalgam. So again, mostly grown for the fleshy root and root prepared, boiled, fried, and roasted. So these are the 10. Then rutabaga. So again, this is the varieties of the uh, then horseradish. Thank you. So just I would like to tell you कि here you have to remember different varieties of cole crops and their scientific name and some varieties. But important one is your cabbage, broccoli and cauliflower. And you have to remember certain physiological disorders like I told you whiptail disease, then a boron deficiency. Okay, so these are the some important physiological disorders present in the cauliflower or cabbage or broccoli. So you have to remember those points. Thank you.